So you're training really hard, giving everything you've got, but you want to make sure that your effort's not going to waste. So what I'm going to show you is the best things that you can eat after your workout to help you burn fat as fast as possible, as well as build muscle too. Let's get straight to it. We're doing the best that we can to give you exercise, nutrition, and mindset tips to help you build momentum. If you want to help us with our mission to help as many people as possible, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this one. Now, I've been doing this gym thing for about the last 11 to 12 years. I've also been a personal trainer for the last 9 years. And when I first started, everyone was saying you have to get your post-workout meal within 30 minutes or everything that you've done is absolutely done for no reason. It's useless. Now we know that's not true. There is a difference between absolutely useless and optimal. And it is optimal for you to eat your food within 30 minutes of exercising. But it doesn't mean it's absolutely useless if you don't. First of all, I want to address what you should eat within that 30-minute window so you can build the muscle to burn fat. But then after that, I'm going to explain furthermore what's the most important thing when it comes to your post-workout meal. So without any more delay, I'm going to show you what you can eat after your workout to help you get the good results like I've gotten for my clients. First of all, why is it so important for you to be able to get your post-workout meal in? Just remember this one thing. When you go to the gym to train, you're not actually forcing your muscle to grow. What you're actually doing is causing the muscle fibers to tear, and what this does is gives the opportunity for the muscle to actually grow. Saying that as well, you're using energy to burn fat. This way you're not storing it under the skin. So let's break it down a little bit more. You exercise, your muscle fibers are now torn after training after a hard session. Now they need to grow and replenish. But they can't do it without the right amount of nutrition inside the body. So this is where your post-workout meal is going to help you the best. So what should we do? That's what I'm going to actually tell you more about today. Now we're going to go very obvious. The first one is your whey protein. This is a great thing to have after your workout because A, it's easy, B, it doesn't take a long time to digest, and C, it actually digests faster into your bloodstream as well as the system. If you're looking for a whey protein shake, you want to be looking for one that's at least minimum 20 grams of protein. This way it gives you near to maximal protein synthesis for you to be able to build that muscle once up again. Better yet, if you get closer to 40 grams, this increases it furthermore. So can you imagine how much more you're getting out of your workout by just having a simple protein shake? Now, apart from the science itself, let's talk about what actually benefits you. If you have a protein shake within 30 minutes, you're just getting your protein in a lot faster. This is what we love convenience. And the one thing is, if you're doing something that you're going to do for a long time, you want to make sure there's no obstacles or very little obstacles and something that you can enjoy. This is why I really encourage people to have protein shakes. Put 1 scoop into your shaker, put it into your gym bag, go to the gym. After you finish, put some water in, drink it, you're done. That's exactly all you have to do. The next thing is it can actually be enjoyable. You have all these great flavors so that you can actually use it like a treat. It occurs to a lot of those people who have sweet cravings as well. Now, if you don't have a whey protein shake, that is not a problem. You can still use normal protein sources. This includes your lean meats, your eggs, as well as fish, and anything else in between. The only difference is, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to eat straight after your workout. I can't imagine going through a hard workout and then trying to ingest 20 grams worth of meat afterwards. It's going to be quite hard to digest. So this is where I would prefer the whey protein shake instead. But to each their own, and as long as you know the options for yourself. Now, saying that as well, it also depends if you eat your food before your workout. If you eat your food before your workout, they say that the optimal window can be extended between 1 to 2 hours. And they say that if you train fasted, you'll need to get your post-workout meal a little bit faster within those 30 minutes. So that brings me to my question. Do you train fasted or do you train with eating some food beforehand? Let me know down in the comments. Personally, for myself, I always like to train at the end of my day after I've eaten a full day's worth of food. But saying that, I don't eat a lot because I still have my whey protein shake after my workout. Now the last thing that you should be eating after your workout is also carbohydrates. Now let's go through the benefits of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates won't actually help you with protein synthesis as much as protein itself, but it will help you with replenishing muscle glycogen. Now for those of you who don't know, if you're trying to exercise and you're trying to push more weight, the muscle that you're using actually uses energy stored inside the muscle, and that's what we call muscle glycogen. So once you've done a whole set of, say, chest press and you're feeling that big pump in your chest, but also it's feeling quite sore, that's also the fact that you've used all the muscle glycogen in that area, or commonly known as people saying, I've got lactic acid. And one of the things that can help you with that is through replenishing that muscle glycogen. So this is why it's important to have carbohydrate. So when you're looking at carbohydrate intakes, you want to be looking at things that can be more beneficial. I'm not saying go down a can of soda, but we do want you to be able to eat good sources of carbohydrate. Now things like this could be bread, rice, potatoes, more complex sources, as well as your low GI sources as well. The more that you can get that muscle glycogen to go back up, you can replenish faster as well, but even saying that you will feel better throughout your day. We're looking at long-term solutions here. Now, as promised, this is the most important thing when it comes to getting your post-workout meal in. It actually doesn't matter all in the big detail. What I mean by this, it depends on your goal. And you're either gonna be trying to build muscle or burn fat. And we actually define that as either being in a caloric surplus or in a caloric deficit. And these are two terms that you may not have never heard on this channel. Now, if you don't know what they are, just comment down below, and that means that I can start releasing more videos to help you out long term. Now, if you're trying to build muscle, the one thing is you should be in a caloric surplus. A caloric surplus means that you are eating more food than your body actually needs to function. The reason why we need to do this is because all that excess amount of calories can be used to make sure that you're not in a deficit, or in other words, making sure that you are definitely building muscle. So it is not abnormal for people to be in a caloric surplus to also add muscle, but also add body fat as well. Don't worry, long term, you can also look into decreasing your body fat, but to help you build muscle for this time, it's always good to be in a slight surplus. You don't want to be 1,000 calories over, and that way you just be building up too much fat compared to the muscle that you're building. Now this brings us into the other side, the caloric deficit. If you're at a caloric deficit, you're more than likely looking to reduce body fat. Now, being at a caloric deficit can be good for you to decrease body fat, but same thing as we were explaining with the caloric surplus, there's a difference between being in a slight deficit so you can start to still feel good as opposed to decreasing for long periods of time. Instead of this time, you won't be increasing high amounts of fat, but what exactly you'll be doing is making yourself feeling unwell for long terms, and psychologically this is where a lot of people tend to fall off the bandwagon and start going through binges because they've decreased their intake significantly, and then psychologically it puts a lot of pressure on you. So this is where you would want to be making sure that either way, the surplus or the deficit, you're not doing it in large amounts. You want to make sure that you are in the slightest amount so you can start to see the effects. And this is the difference between what I call optimal versus maximal. Even though you can do it with a maximal effect, it doesn't mean that you can do it for long term. This is where the science comes into it, the measurements, making sure that you're specific. This is what we call optimal, and this is where optimal can help you long term. Now, if you're getting confused about all this, that's okay. One thing I want to let you guys know is that we are actually doing online coaching where we explain all of this, but even saying that we do it in the background so you don't have to know about it. All you need to understand is how many calories do I eat and how much protein, carbs, and fats do I need to eat, and follow the program through. Better yet, in our online coaching, we adjust everything according to your lifestyle, your experience, and even saying how you're feeling from week to week. This is what we do with coaching. We make sure that we can adjust to your lifestyle and make sure that you can get to where you want to be without all the stress of you trying to calculate surplus, deficits, my energy levels, my strength levels, and even on top of that, what are you going to eat and also what you're going to train on that day. We take all that stress off you to help you out. So if you want to apply to our service as online coaching, all you have to do is click the link down below, apply for it, and we'll get in contact with you to help you out. Better yet, if you still want to know more about how we do things here, we also have a free ebook about the momentum method. You can read about the method and see if it aligns with your values and it helps you get to your goals, and then you can click apply as well. Either way, we're just happy to help you out. If you don't want to do neither of those things, just check out more videos on our YouTube. All these videos are out there for you so you can be the best version of yourself. Better yet, we want to spread that big message of helping people not go through these big binges. We want people to know the difference between optimal and maximal and knowing how they can feel good while still achieving their goal. Other than that, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it useful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I would love to have more people watch this so we can educate them and know the difference between optimal and maximal, and making sure that they don't have to choose between their lifestyle and also their goals. Thank you very much, everybody, and let's keep building momentum.